Hopefully the YouTube end goes live, because YouTube decided to make everything so much harder. Which one of these is working? This one. Brightness. That's a little better. I don't want to... Wait. Oh, jeez. That does not look right. That looks more true to life. I'll just let that auto. There. Are things working, I wonder? Hello, Kyle. I think I'm remembering names. Watch me be getting it wrong this time. I am still alive. I know. I'm surprised too. Dark humor. Yay. How the YouTube? How do I? This works. New pinned chat. Oh man. Why would I want to do that? Okay, that does confirm YouTube is working. And I can see Twitch is working. Twitch is easy. Twitch is just, you just go to Twitch and it's just there. YouTube, you gotta jump through like 50 hoops, do a backflip, and eat a taco before you can actually see anything involving your stream stuff. I just woke up. Which fits. I'm coming out of stream hibernation. Yeah, I haven't even had this open since then. At least I get my snails this time. So who won? I honestly don't even know who won the last one. Guessing tree. Yep. Hey, triggerfish. Well, I picked a pretty good time. Don't know for how much longer it'll be triggerfish, but I'm just gonna be turf waring because I'm definitely not doing league. I'm also gonna need to... Yay! Snails. I need to make sure my sticks are working. Actually, that seems to be working pretty fine. Yeah. It's responsive. They're just responsive today. I haven't even used the Switch for, like, weeks. Last time I was using it, it was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I wasn't even touching the sticks. So I guess the sticks just didn't want to be used for a while. That was the problem. I pushed the wrong button. I wanted the other button, didn't I? Because I want to... No? How to... I'm confused. I forget the buttons. I forget all the buttons. Oh, it's that button the whole time. I want to just go to the lobby. And I'll equip everything from there, so I'll be in the lobby. It makes sense. Where is my shirt? I want the shirt. Bam! Hey, it's my normal look. I mean, I haven't been doing the worst. I haven't been doing the best, but it hasn't exactly been the worst. I've been in this perpetual loop of, like, I wanted to stream, But I hadn't streamed, so I wanted to wait for a perfect time to start streaming again. And then come that perfect time, I would be too depressed to do it because I haven't been streaming. Because my brain is functioning. This time of year also is just kind of bleh for me. I don't like this time of year. I feel like I should go with the undercover, but I want to go with them. No, I'll just go undercover. No, heavy. Triggerfish is here. How could I not? So how have you guys been? So how much longer? Oh, like about 40 minutes. Well, I got about 40 minutes of triggerfish. Triggering those fish. I really need to change my... Oh, unable to connect. He doesn't want me playing Triggerfish. I mean, it hasn't been years. It's just been a little over a month. I was legitimately going to start streaming on the 1st. Like, I was gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna stream every day of December. And then I just didn't. And I don't know why. I at least caught a day with a 1 in it. It has 2 1s. So it's the double first. Yeah, I could understand that. I do apologize, guys. My brain is a non-functioning mess. I'm surprised I'm still alive this life. I expected to die already. Also, jeez, I really need to just wake up. I should just chug my coffee. That would not work. But it might. And I'm gonna go with my standard practice of... Oh, jeez. Am I being graded? What? I do not deserve this. I will go to my standard practice of waiting at least 1 game to get to friend requests, to give people that are trying to join a chance to actually join in. I really need to start doing raids more, but where I multi-platform, it doesn't seem like it, but I thank you for coming. Drat. So welcome. Welcome to I just woke up and decided to stream, and it's been well over a month since my last stream. So I apologize if I'm really bad at getting to people in chat. It has been a long time. Well, technically, it's still a successful raid, because you can raid with 1 person. Friend code is bottom left of the screen. It says Nintendo Switch friend code. If it's hard to see, I can always try getting better, but people have never exactly had the biggest issue seeing it, to my knowledge, so I've never really had the need to change it. Hello, Laser Charger, and from what I understand, I hope that chat goes through on the YouTube side of things. Just quickly making sure it did. Yes, it did. Cool. From what I understand, the event wasn't so much canceled by Nintendo, but by the teams playing. At least that's how the pages I was reading was putting it. I don't know anything about it. I don't overly care. I feel the protest was kind of dumb, in all honesty. Oh no, Nintendo doesn't want you doing a tournament for anything using emulators. Who would have thought? Like, this is something that they should have expected, and they probably did expect it and was just doing it to create the controversy. I have that little faith in humanity. Quite honestly, if they want to play Smash during the Rona, they should really just get the newest Smash game and play it instead. I get they like Melee for some reason, but there really isn't a reason to keep playing it competitively during the Rona. It's just unsafe, and the only way of getting around that is to is to use emulators, which Nintendo were not going to approve of. They were going to cease and desist. There's no way they weren't going to. Any AAA company would have done the exact same thing. I personally don't understand how these people are so fixated on Melee. I mean, yeah, it was cool at the time, but it's definitely not the most balanced Smash game. Or else we wouldn't have the jokes of Melee Fox. Like... Like, I get if people are, you know, angry at Nintendo for the whole thing. Like, I can understand that side of things, but... Yeah, and I mean, that kind of is just a general problem with old things in general. Is, you know, there's no legal ways of obtaining them anymore, so piracy is your only real option. And also, as a reminder, I'll be backing out after this match to get to friend requests. I may actually need to clear some of my friends lists, so it may take me a minute. I don't remember how full my friends list was. What? I mean, that should tell you right there I didn't see it, so... But I mean, the thing with, like, Melee is it never had an online play. So it's not like they're using this emulator to just gain a service the game had. It never had it. But the way it would have been looked at from Nintendo's side of things is if they didn't cease and desist this tournament, then tournaments everywhere would be using emulators and not buying their official products anymore. And Nintendo already kind of has a hate-on for emulators and emulation. You can't overly blame them. It is frustrating, but yes, I am streaming on YouTube as well. Please, waiting. There should be a button below the stream to click that'll take you to the YouTube, should you wish to watch there, instead of on Twitch. Communication error has occurred. I don't even know who they are, so I just accept friend requests. Yeah, I'll keep with the heavy. And see, the biggest problem with freeing Melee is it was never not free. They would have been free to do the tournament in a completely unsafe way. Yeah, quite honestly, as the streamer myself, I'm not a big fan of Twitch or YouTube. They're just the easiest to use. There's no streaming platform I think I would ever truly like. I liked YouTube... Hey, Triggerfish! I liked YouTube more before they changed from their weird dashboardy thing to what they have now, which is just asinine. But around that same time, Twitch also tried to enforce their dashboard usage, so hello AI. And I'm just not a big fan of using dashboards in general. I just liked being able to actually set a description and such for YouTube streams. Like, that was nice. Again, I can still do it through other means, but... PewDiePie does. I mean, he definitely got at least a new subscriber in the time it took me to respond to your message. So... Mixer's always been dead. Ah, jeez. Also, as I've mentioned in the past, but it's been a while since I streamed, I will curse a small amount because I am making sure my streams cannot be confused for being for kids. Because they're not for kids. I curse. Cursing isn't for kids. Don't curse kids. Unless you want to. And then, you know, do whatever you want. I can't stop you. I'm not your father. My only rule when it comes to my streams is no F or C bombs. I want this to be PG-13, not, you know, T for teen. I want to be in a wide bracket, but not for kids. And I generally just let some F-bombs slip, because I'm just too lazy to moderate. I'll say it. Well, to be fair, I don't... With how that works, I don't think I have the right to tell people they can or cannot say that word. Except myself. I can't say it, but I don't know your ethnicities, so... Though I did have, at one point, someone who was in one of my streams. It was the stream I learned that live chat and top chat on YouTube are two very different things. Who was just spamming the N-bomb over and over and over and over and over and over and over in my chat. And yeah, I had to ban him. Not having that. Especially because that was literally the only thing they were commenting. Ow. I have not played Among Us. I do not really have a friend group, so... Well, it's not so much that they were saying it in the live chat itself. It's just all of their comments were being directed into the live chat and not to the top chat for whatever reason. Which led to me not seeing it until I noticed, oh, I'm on top chat. I wonder what live chat's like. I click over and it's just that. It's like, oh, okay. I don't write books. I just have a very hard time writing short messages. I get rambling. Ow. I also don't really have much interest in playing Among Us. Like, it doesn't look like... It doesn't look like a bad game, just definitely not one I could see myself actually playing for any length of time. BN is Brave Newbies, the clan I started because people wanted me to. So... I mean, I get Among Us can have some really funny moments, but, like, I might eventually play it, because I'm pretty sure one of these days Robotic is going to drag me into a game of it with all her friends, so, like, I'll probably end up playing it, but... Hello, Amam Itu Kato. I probably butchered that, but that's fine. Yeah, I do agree there, Laser, and that is why I did have to ban that one person. I didn't really want to. It was also in my really early days of streaming, so like I definitely really didn't want to. But I just no. I think I even just outright said no being stupid in the chat. So, because I'm smart. That stream is lost to time, though. So I can't even remember. I can't even go back to confirm what I said. I know it was at a point where I was definitely much more open about just cursing up a storm. So I may have said worse. I don't know. I just said none of that here. I don't know. This was literally like 4 years ago. Because it was in 2016-ish. Ow. Ah, I'm guessing that's one of you guys. Because of memes, I know the terminology, but I have never played the game. Oh, excuse me. Hey, I can hear my voice slowly waking up. That's good. I'm really hoping to get more triggerfish, but I'm guessing the game is not going to give me more triggerfish. Yeah, which is why I'm generally against it being in my chat, but as I mentioned, I can't stop people from saying the word because, well, that in itself could be seen as racist, because it's just one of those things where I just have to, any excessive use will get banned, and that just goes for any curse word. Any excessive use of any of them will just lead to a ban, so I'm not treating it any differently, but it'll definitely still piss some people off, because that's just how some people are. I'm gonna go undercover. Hello, Red. Yeah, there's a lot of new people here. I'm honestly a bit surprised. I'm honestly surprised I have viewers at all. It's been over a month. To be fair, I did for the longest time as well. I also had the Zero Xerox for the longest time. My Twitch average right now is probably like 0 because I haven't streamed in so long. I mean, you should recognize yourself, because you are also in the chat. Unless you don't. I mean, that's fine. That somehow worked. I will give existential crises whenever I feel like it. That's just your early Christmas gift, Red. They're wonderful things. See, like, I do get that side of things, Laser, as well. Like, it's kind of an awkward position. I'll probably change my stance on it one of these days as well. It's just, for now, it's... I don't feel I should be the one moderating it. Alright, do you recognize yourself? Do you look in the mirror and immediately recognize yourself? There's your existential crisis. Or do you see someone else? Do you see Gary from accounting? He likes trying to steal people's identities, so like, it'd be perfectly okay if you saw him. It's Just the existential crisis I'm working with today. Hello, hater. Man, I love the undercover. It's the closest to being Ruckus I will ever get. God, none of you probably even know who Ruckus is. That's fine. Wait, AI, you might. I saw you were playing Paladins, so you may know Ruckus. Assuming people still play Ruckus. I think I was like the only one back when I played, so at least one of the only ones playing Ruckus. Is it? Okay, I will deal with that when I get a moment. Please tell me my audio is still coming across fine. I will fix the stream in a moment. I can't fix at moment. Well, I can. There we go. That should sort it. Hopefully. Is it fixed? Bit surprised I didn't get Missile during that time. Robotic was a Pip main. She would be a Pip alongside my Ruckus, and it basically made my Ruckus nearly unkillable, to the point where I would be able to, with her by my side, just push into nearly anything with immunity. It was awesome. Ruckus being an insanely high... Okay, I paused earlier. Ruckus being an insanely high DPS tank, and Pip being a healer. It worked out well. Though Pip's healing also got nerfed at some point, which kind of ruined that whole thing. Hello, Rand. Also, because I don't know if I said it. Hello, Mar. Just like that. Yeah, there we go. I'm watching the YouTube preview more than anything, because I trust Twitch to work. I don't trust YouTube. I really need to figure out how to start getting descriptions back in my YouTube streams. Yeah, fair enough. I do agree with what you're saying, Laser. So. I thought I had died. I went for the ouch, and I just this-wayed because I thought I was dead. I thought I had died the moment I hit the ground. I am smart. I am very smart. Ow. At map rotation, I may go and grab some more coffee. I've got like half a cup left, but I'm gonna need more. Oh man, congratulations! I've received 100 messages in my stream today. Am I gonna tweet it? No, I don't even have a Twitter. Why would I tweet about getting 100 messages anyway? 100 really isn't a lot. Yeah, I've not played Destiny. I still kind of want to, but like, jeez, that space requirement. I've only got like 20 gigs, and it don't fit within 20 gigs. Wow. I mean, I do have a dead Twitter, but I don't even remember the login for it. I legitimately can't get into it. I don't know the login. So, like, I don't have the biggest interest in social medias in general, so. Especially ones that limit what I can say. Anyone that's been on the Discord long enough knows I really struggle to say things succinctly. And I'd rather not have to make like 4 or 5 posts for one statement. So, like, I did one more match. Hopefully one more triggerfish. What are you going on about, AA Ron? I guess it's probably Aaron, but AA Ron. This sounds funnier. Casper, the friendly floof? Alright, Red. Have a good afternoon. Hey, Turf War! Well, yeah, Turf War. Brain! Work! Triggerfish! I can brain! I'm so bad at braining. I need to go back to basic braining. So instinct for me to say have a good night, but it's not night. It's afternoon. You're like an hour behind me, so it's definitely still afternoon for you. Oh, excuse me. You can play if you want. That's kind of how this works. Map rotation is literally happening right now, so like, there's no point trying to join. And I'm gonna quickly step away to grab some coffee, but I will be back. Don't do drugs, kids. You'll get addicted to coffee like I am. The It's hard to say if I'm even addicted to coffee, because I have legitimately gone from drinking like 2 pots of coffee a day to 0 the next and been perfectly fine. So, even now I've literally halved my coffee intake in the past couple days and have had no ill effects. Like, you would expect withdrawal headaches. No. One of my ink mines actually get a kill? Okay. Ow. Friend code is bottom left of the screen. Pretty sure that's all it's needed. Someone else put through other things earlier, but... almost entirely 2s. Maps and modes have been updated. Yeah, I'm going to quickly go... Whoop, bump the mic. I'm going to quickly go grab some coffee. The mic is literally like right here. I don't even know if my hand's in the camera. Right there. I am touching the mic currently. It is really close to me. But yeah, I shall quickly be right back. Behave in the chat. There we go. Shall grab that friend request. Communication error has occurred. I mean, I kind of guessed based on the name. It'd be a little weird if it wasn't you, but to be fair, it is just a name. People use names all the time, like Greg. Why am I on... I can't click... I don't know. I'm still waking up. I didn't even look at what maps there were. Oh, okay. Yeah, my undercover will work in these. I may very well change equipment still, though. I really need to look up at the webcam more. Jeez. It's Friday? I did not realize it was Friday. I thought it was Saturday. I'm smart. Starting Karma. It's rarely effective, but it's definitely effective on an undercover. Because, well, one more shot is... I did not. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what the SN8 is. Fair enough. I did not know it was Rocket. As mentioned, I didn't even know what it was. Soccer's fun. I believe I've mentioned on streams before, I used to play soccer a bit. Elementary school was the only time I was ever actually on a team. Because we just did not have the money to keep me on teams. Because that always makes sense. Yeah, you want your kid to be athletic and play sports? Well, give us like $200. What? And then the school boards complain because students are obese. Like, no shit. They literally cannot play sports without paying out a lot of money. What did you expect? And the price just goes up the higher grade it is. It's like, what? I mean, with how my school did it, basically the only thing you were paying for was your jersey. You still had to transport yourself to the games. There was no, like, team transport at all. So, you're paying like $120 to $200 for a jersey that you have to give back at the end of the season anyway. It was dumb. I used to be a kid. Fun fact. Used to be a kid. I don't hold that against anybody of being a kid. So. Hello, Elijah Stafford. Stafford? Childhood was interesting. And boring. I cursed when I was 12. I was told not to and then did it anyway. I was a little shit. I still am. And I will mention again, for anyone that's new here, I do curse occasionally to make sure this stream cannot be construed as for kids. I don't want to lose my comments and ratings and everything. I am doing fine. I'm like the ultimate don't do what I did type person. Like, good example. Never skip school. You will want to do it again, and then you'll just keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it, and it's just a bad time, all around. It's one of those things where, like, you'll want to keep doing it because you know it's something you shouldn't be doing. So you're like, oh man, I want to keep doing that. Because it's a rush, because you're not supposed to be doing it. And, yeah. Next thing you know, you've been to school fewer days than you've missed. And... I legitimately, in my last couple of years of school, was at school less than I was there. Because I was either just skipping classes a lot or sick. Ow. Both were a distinct possibility. I think the funniest time I ever skipped class, I was in the library, like the school library, and I was skipping English class as my English teacher brought the class to the computer lab in the library. So technically, I was just ahead of the curve. I was just already in the library. I had none of my stuff with me. I basically just claimed I didn't hear the bell, which I had good reasoning to say, because I was sitting at one of the computers with headphones in. Wasn't actually listening to anything or anything like that, but I had headphones in. I might have been listening to something. I could have just not heard the bell. And she actually believed me on that. I doubt it would have ever worked again, but after that point I stopped skipping class in the school library. I just went to the town library instead. The town library was better anyway. Because I'm kind of a nerd, as you might be able to guess. Kind of a massive nerd. You can't make it out, but that's a periodic table. So, like, I'm kind of a nerd. The only thing I'm missing to be a proper nerd is I just need, like, square rim glasses. I do legitimately need glasses, so... Just need to get some, like, square rims, and it'll be fine. At the moment, yeah. That'll change. It happens. I am not a phone nerd. I have never had much interest in learning much about phones. The most I know about phones is that Apple should be avoided because Apple are a terrible company. I'm just a general nerd for almost anything. As long as it interested me, I know a fair bit about it. Because that's just kind of how I've always rolled. I'm one of those people that actually liked learning, but hated school. But that's mostly because school isn't really for learning. It just isn't. No, excuse me. Like, people can claim, oh man, school, you learn. No, you don't. School, you learn nothing. School, you memorize. You don't learn. And it's really sad. Because school could be this beautiful place of learning, but it isn't. Because it's just structured really badly. I wouldn't even say Apple is smart. They just have dedicated fanboys that will go to bat for them no matter what. For some reason. You know, the types that are like, what? No, Apple isn't screwing us over. What are you talking about? They don't want to take away right to repair. They just want to make sure your product doesn't get broken more by you trying to repair it. Apple knows what they're doing, guys. Like, I legitimately know nothing about phones, but I could probably fix one if I had the tools to do it. Except an Apple phone. And that's because Apple literally prevents you from fixing them. Yeah, it's called they brick your machine if you don't buy a new one. That's how they keep you buying. They split up basic necessities to make sure you have to buy more from them. Because you can't just buy it all in one package like you can with everything else. All while claiming to care about the environment. Like, they're not smart, they just have very stupid fanboys. And I apologize if any of you are Apple fanboys. Like... I just really dislike Apple. And probably always will. I feel bad they had a disconnect. But GG's anyway, yeah. Like, Apple is one of those companies that would be so much better if people would just stop buying their stuff for a while. Like, imagine if their new iPhone, no one had bought it. They definitely wouldn't be doing the same things again. They would scrap what they did and go back to what worked. And then if nobody buys that one, they might realize that, oh hey, our last one didn't really work. Let's go back to the step before that. Let's go back until we figure out what people actually want. But no, people are gonna buy it anyway because they're dumb. I mean, Apple's popularity isn't helped by Apple fanboys spreading myths about them. Like, you know, oh man, editing is so much better on Macs. It isn't. Literally one of the best, most professional editing softwares out there is on Windows and Mac. And works exactly the same on both. Only a Windows machine you will generally get more power out of. Thus making your editing actually better on Windows. Ow. I'll never understand the Apple Watch. Like, why would I want a smaller phone, basically, on my wrist? I'm just gonna have a phone in my pocket. Oh man, but you can't lose the... Well, you could. It's still just a watch. You can still lose it. Only it's a much smaller screen. I have big hands, big fingers, so that ain't good for me in general. But, like... It doesn't do anything you can't get from something else for a fraction of the cost. You really should have threw a bomb there. Throwing bombs at a Umbrella screen is literally the best way of dealing with it. Leading to that Brella being a pretty good counter for the Brella I'm using. This weapon I'm using, it is the Undercover Brella. Though I must admit, this is completely off topic from what you asked, it is really weird seeing someone else with the surname White on YouTube. Yep, everything's stuttery again. Yep, fixing. It's a problem with the Switch dock. Should be fixed. I really need to be watching Streamlabs, not YouTube. But I'll miss some comments because, Restream isn't doing the best job. I'll just trust. I'll just trust I'll see it on YouTube in decent time. Tink, tink. What's the matter, Frisk? Well, I know what's the matter. It's past the time she'd normally get her wet food. Frisk is my cat. My little kitten. I'm probably gonna make her angry, but I'm gonna keep going until the hour, so... At the very least, I'll keep going until the hour. I might just go and get her wet food. If my room was presentable, I would just set up a Frisk cam so you guys could, like, watch her munch, but... My room is not presentable. I have not properly cleaned it for a few weeks, and Frisk makes a mess. I am surprised that works. Ow. She is currently eating her dry food. Also, I'm gonna ask now, because it's something I'm kind of planning on doing. Would you guys be interested in watching a series stream on Monster Hunter? Probably 3 Ultimate. Because I want to do the last console Monster Hunter I owned. In preparation for Rise coming in March. Which means it probably won't be for a while, but... I do not use a Pro Controller because I cannot afford one. I use janky Joy-Cons. When I say janky, I mean truly janky. They, don't work the best. So I might also do, like, a stream series on Monster Hunter World. I don't know. I have World. I don't have Iceborne, though, so, like, I feel like I need Iceborne first. Mostly depending on if I can get Iceborne for, around Christmas or not. Like, if I have the money. I definitely want to hang on to money to actually get, ow. I don't fully know what that is, Rand. I know Monster Hunter. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by the rest of that. Ow. Ow. Oh, okay. Literally looking at the restream chat, it's just shelter in. It's like, what? I need to actually look at the YouTube chat more. That might help. Yeah, it might not be for a while, but it's definitely something I've got in the works. I kind of want to do like a full stream playthrough of a Fire Emblem game first. I'm thinking like starting it. I don't know how long it would take though, which is the thing. Because like I know with World, I'm looking at to do the majority of things. Let me pull my Steam library up here. Steam. Function, please. Good God. Steam is dead. Okay. Steam. Yeah, everything might have just lagged because I clicked on Steam. And Steam is awful lately. It'll take roughly 190 hours to get to where I am now, assuming I do as badly as I did. And I've done mostly everything in base World. So... I'm not. Why couldn't they have picked Kefka? Why couldn't it have been Kefka? So hello, average. We don't need another edgelord swordsman in Smash. What we do need is a clown. Oh, Dennis. Yeah, back to streaming in general, but yeah, Splatoon currently. For those who are new here, I haven't streamed in well over a month. Because depression, Sparkles. Like, I didn't even watch the announcements from the Game Awards and stuff. Like, I didn't see, like, oh man, Sephiroth is here kind of thing. I just saw literally hundreds of posts on a page I'm a part of that are like, oh man, Sephiroth. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh page, mind you. Oh man, Sephiroth. Why? Why do people care? It's just Sephiroth. Ow. Alright, Average. Have a good afternoon. Slash evening. I don't know which it would be for you. I'm guessing afternoon, because it's not evening for me yet, and I don't think I have many UK viewers. Hello, Hakeem Rudd. Ow. Nothing wrong with being a partial furry. Go full furry. Don't be a coward. Go full furry. In Splatoon, not so much, Demetrius. But outside of Splatoon, I use snipers a lot. I'm just not great at motion aiming. I'm good at snapshots, but not so much actual aiming with motion controls. I haven't even used proper sniping in games for a while. I'll probably be rusty. I say for a while I was using a sniper rifle in Perfect Dark, but Perfect Dark aiming is not normal aiming. Even with the remastered version, it's still... So thank you, Hakeem Rudd. See, I normally do. It's just I'm not good at motion aiming. Like, it may not be visible, but my hands kind of involuntarily shake, which is kind of an issue for aiming with motion controls. I fix that slightly by literally, I have my hands braced basically down on my legs to stabilize a bit. It doesn't always work. Ow. Dark humor's fine. I've literally made multiple jokes about depression already, so it's fine. I know I can aim with sticks, but stick aiming sucks. It just kind of does. To those that can use it, I ask how. How could you just stick aim in general? And B, how could you hate yourself so much to stick aim? I'm joking. I mean, if you guys enjoy stick aiming, then by all means use sticks. I'm not gonna stop you. I understand there is a large portion of people that just simply prefer using controller over mouse and keyboard and prefer sticks over motion. It's just how it goes. I initially started with Splatoon just using sticks because I was not comfortable using the motions. But you can use sticks. You don't have to use motion controls in Splatoon. There's some really good players that use sticks. I don't like guessing. I usually get it wrong. Nice. Like I know multiple people that have beaten Inner Agent 3 with sticks, but I still just why do you hate yourself so much? Just use motions. Splatoon does have a story mode. It actually has two single player campaigns. One that's built into the game, and one that is the Octo expansion. Octo expansion is very hard. The base game is... anyone could do it. Not saying the base game is easy. It's just, it's easy enough that anyone can do it, but it will still give you some challenges. I do not want to do glitches. Fairly glitch-free person. Ow. Partially why, as much as I've been interested in speedrunning, I don't speedrun either. I don't like glitches. Ow. Never played Fall Guys. I don't have much interest in Fall Guys. It just looks like Tails Runner, but for the modern generation. I'd much rather just play Tails Runner. Ow. Do any of you even know Tails Runner? Or is it that old that none of you know it? It wasn't in North America that long, to be fair. I think it did actually get revived a while back. The best way I could describe Tails Runner is think Fall Guys, but a racing game. I played during their test fire, and was disappointed. I have yet to play Ninjala again since. I've been meaning to. I might do that as a stream soon. I'm not a fan of Battle Royale stuff, so. I know there are ways of avoiding it, so. I just want to see how the full game plays out. After having been there for their test fire. Yeah, it kind of was. Hey, Dennis. Have a good afternoon. Like, to me, the Ninjala test fire was disappointing purely because the company behind Ninjala has MMOs. They also had all of the download numbers. They should have known roughly what they would have needed. But they didn't. And they didn't prepare. And it was virtually unplayable. Splatfests were, and sometimes still are, events that happen that basically give you snails. It's a popularity contest, kind of. It's basically an event that takes over a day or two of regular play of Splatoon for an event where you play Turf War against other people for your chosen team. And at the end of it, the winner gets a lot of snails, the loser gets some snails. You want snails? They're snails. They're the black market currency. I really need to stop going the exact same way every time. I feel like it's gotten predictable. Hello, Frisk. What? Yeah? Come here. Risk. I get distracted too easily. She has gotten big. I mean, she's playing at the moment, so she has a foil ball she plays with. She will also latch herself onto, like, the side of my bed and just kind of pull herself along it all the way around. I remember when she was such a tiny bean, and now she's so big. And for those who might be wondering, yes, she is named for Frisk from Undertale. Because I like Undertale. And Frisk just felt like a perfectly acceptable name for a cat. Yeah, camping happens. Yup. That was actually shortly after I got her. I think that was like a day or two later that I did a stream. And she just kind of made herself known. Yep, she's taking her foil ball elsewhere. Possible answer. So have a good afternoon, Demetrius White. Less than a year. I don't know the exact number of months. But 7 months? Ish. Something like that. She was born in May. That's all I know. May 14th. Or thereabouts. May 14th is the date I got to from these very specific, she was born this many weeks ago. So it may not be the exact, but May 14th is her birthday now. Ow. Yes, she plays fetch. No, I don't know why or how. She just taught herself how to do it, and she enjoys doing it. And will get quite insulted if you don't play fetch with her. To the point of attacking feet. She would probably attack more if she could reach higher. Ow. It's killed by Unisaurus. My 7 is based on me actually counting the months right. So I can say with certainty it is her first Christmas. And I also already know that she has some toys waiting for her, but she must wait until Christmas. She probably does not want to wait for Christmas. If she knew the toys were there, she would be trying to get them. But, knowing that little shit, she's going to play with the toys for maybe a week and then go back to her foil balls. They're literally just a few aluminum foil balls that she plays with. Don't know why, she just does. They're just like the best thing ever to her. I think I will actually end the stream in about 10 minutes. Probably about 2 more games. But I will be streaming again tomorrow. For sure. Like, that will happen. Don't know exactly what I'll stream. I know my initial idea was to do Animal Crossing on the weekends. So I need to actually play Animal Crossing more. I have not played Animal Crossing since the last stream. Like, at all. I have now missed 2 events. Which is great. Tax evasion? That's illegal. Well, it's supposed to be illegal, but there are legal loopholes to get around needing to pay taxes, and yeah. I don't want to get into politics. There's not enough time left in the stream for that. Alright, Aaron. Have a good afternoon. I'm just assuming it's afternoon for everybody. If it's not afternoon, then tell me, and I will give you the appropriate send off. So it's getting to the point where it could technically be evening for a few people in North America, because it's close to evening for me. So that means it's getting pretty close to the time it could be evening for others. Ow. Also, geez, I was talking really low there for a minute. I apologize if you couldn't hear me. That is the one thing I didn't miss about streaming, is having to raise my I really need to just find some way to make my voice more audible to the microphone. There's bound to be a way. Like, this decent quality microphone. I just basically need to... I probably just need to actually ask my friend that knows what she's doing when it comes to audio equipment, what I'm doing wrong. I legitimately thought that was a teammate, because they were so covered in ink. Yep, here she comes back with her ball. Getting killed a lot by Unisonus. Can I just say, like, while I get the idea behind Unisonus, I feel like the execution of it is flawed. Like oh, we're gonna delete the channel in a year, and then they did. And then surprise Pikachu'd face when people just re-uploaded the content, as if nothing had happened. You can always ask me for advice. You may not get good advice, but you can always ask for it. I may not always be able to give the advice that you want, but, you know. I don't think that's how that works, Nautilus. Like, I get the idea of Unisonus was, oh man, we're gonna give people loss. If you missed it, you missed it. But there's already examples of that on YouTube. Ed's World being one. Like, oh, now I'm gonna feel bad ending the stream. I might keep going. I'll just probably feed Frisk in like 5 minutes. Hello, Jadens. I'm doing alright. How are you doing? Don't even know where Frisk ran off to. She's probably upstairs somewhere. Oh, here she comes. Probably still with her ball. But like another example of, you know, the Unis Honest idea that just kind of already existed on YouTube is Etika. Pretty sure his channel is still there, but there's never going to be any more of his content. He's gone. There's a whole list of hundreds of YouTubers who have passed away, which is where I feel like the execution of Unis Honest was bad. So much chat I need to catch up with. Hold on. Trying to actually read and process AI's message. Yeah, I'll get to the smaller messages first. Hello, Anissa. Okay, that is Anissa. I was like, wait, is that just another anime person name? Or is that actually Anissa? And I saw moderator, so that is Anissa. I've been okay. How have you been? Nice, Jadens. And I honestly don't really know what advice I could give. I'm not great with situations like that. In general, from what I've observed of situations like that, I've never been in one myself. It's generally best that everyone just takes some time to get some space. If that makes any sense. I mean, that's about the best advice I can give. Yeah, I'm gonna back out here really quick, and I'm going to go get Frisk her food. But then I shall keep the stream going for probably about another hour. Yeah, about another hour seems good. So yeah, I shall be back. Everyone behave while I'm gone. Incredible, I've reached 99. Just waiting to chat in the square. I want to stay 99, so probably just not talk to the character. It's probably Judd. I don't know. But yeah, I shall be back. Behave, everybody. Alright. I am back. I really wish I could be more help to you, AI. Like, I really do. I'm just not great with situations like that. Excuse me. Yeah, I want to try blasting. Cue Danny DeVito meme. Okay, with the shaking, I will say just breathe. Breathe in 2 seconds, breathe out 2 seconds. Repeat until calm. If you don't feel like going full dedicated 2 seconds, just do breathe into the count of 2, breathe out to the count of 2. Ow. Which outfit? The one I'm wearing in game? The one I'm wearing in game is so anyway, I started blasting. Outside of game, it's called These Are What I Grabbed. Ow. I feel like I should just have like a little GIF on loop on screen that is just a breathe in out indicator. I feel that would be a rather handy thing to have. Might get distracting though. Ow. I'm so bad with blasters. I should really go back to weapon I can competently use. So I am only gonna get better with blasters if I use this. I mean, it wasn't really that bad of a pun. I have heard much worse. I watched Chugga Conroy. It's like his MO. But I didn't do awfully. The team still won. Hello, Shrimp. Yep, Chaka Conroy is currently doing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. No killing each other. Also, I want to note, that showed up on my restream chat faster than it did in the actual live chat box. Okay. Okay, YouTube. You're going to kill each other. Do it with kindness. Or ink. Ink is also an option. Though technically it's not ink, it's pixels. But, yeah. Ow. I have no idea what that means, Nisa, but good luck, I suppose? Ow. See, I feel you're all missing the obvious answer. If you're going to kill somebody, gun is pretty good option. Gun is pretty reliable. Very low failure rate with gun. That does not sound like a pleasant yowie. If you're talking that statement. I should really stop using Blaster. Now I am everyday Octo. I love how I literally just bounce between all the swim speed or all the run speed. Nothing really in between. And yeah, also as a continuation of something I was mentioning earlier, if I do a Monster Hunter stream, don't expect me to be good at the game. I am not in the slightest. I am adequate at best. I've actually learned how to capture things not long ago. To the point where I can actually capture things about 30% of the time in the older games. I am very bad at capturing in Monster Hunter. I'm good at killing, but even then, I'm only really good at killing the weak monsters. So I will get to that after... I'll get to that friend request after this game. I don't think there's anyone currently trying to join. Unless there is, in which case just tell me in the chat and I will wait another match. Ow. Class is important. Do your class. I legitimately wonder, because I know how kids are, how many dudes have jerked off while during a lesson? Like, I legitimately wonder that. I know how kids are. Ow. Yeah, I will accept the friend request. But I can guarantee you all know that one kid that you're in the back of your head going, he probably has. Like... Like, just thinking of, like, my school generation, I can think of 4 or 5 dudes that would have done it. Had we actually had online classes ever. We didn't. But, you know. Hey, I didn't get a communication error this time. Yeah, 4 or 5 guys. And 2 girls. Though, who am I kidding? They wouldn't be at the classes. They'd be off, performing actions for cigarettes. Because that's what they did all the time. They were in class less than I was. I wonder how successful their lives have been. Don't do drugs, kids. I don't know. It should. I have never heard it put that way, AI. You have given me a first. I should really be, like, moving forward a bit. I mean, the amount of furry memes I've seen, you would assume I would have seen that by now, but I haven't. Because that does sound like it came directly from a furry meme. I'm not in a private battle. I'm in Turf War. I don't do private battles. Unless there's enough people to actually fill. I'm in Turf Wars. I know I'm like the only Splatoon streamer that doesn't regularly do private battles, but I don't do privates. Jacking off is what we were talking about. How many male students had done it during classes? Or how many that were figured. I'd love to know an exact number, but we're never going to have an exact number. Because, let's face it, most of the guys are going to be like, no, I totally didn't do it, as they're sitting there with their Mr. Happy in their hands. Because you know some dudes are doing it. You know. That one teacher that all the students call hot, they're sitting there just doing what they do. Because I highly doubt the kids have gotten any better than they were in my generation. I have that little faith in humanity. Well, technically, that means I have faith in humanity to do what I expect them to do. I never did either, but there were definitely kids that did. Yep, I am level 99. And I'm going to stay 99 because I like how it looks. Oh, excuse me. I do have a lot of hours in Splatoon. Far more than is probably healthy. And I know I don't even have the most. I distinctly remember one teacher that a lot of the guys found attractive. Purely because this teacher came out to the students as being gay. So a lot of the guys were like, oh man, she's so hot. But, dude, do you not realize what that means? Yeah, I could understand that nonetheless. I honestly feel a bit lucky to have as good of internet as I do. Though the just standard high-speed stuff that we had in Digby was fine. As long as someone wasn't downloading something. If someone was downloading something, that internet went through the floor because there goes the bandwidth. But, you know. Ow. I nicked mine. SpaceX should not hurry on anything. I think Starlink was their wireless thing. They still should not hurry on that. You should not hurry on putting satellites into orbit. Ow. GG's all around. Though I do have to wonder how SpaceX is going to keep people from just leeching their internet. Because, like, at the moment, from what I understand, is they have their own little radar dish that you stick on the side of your building, and, you know, you get the internets through the power of waves. But currently you have to buy that dish from them. Well, surely you could just modify an old satellite dish. Usually satellite companies wouldn't come and take their dishes back because they were kind of cheap and easy to manufacture. So, like, if there's an old satellite dish laying around, you could probably just leech the Wi-Fi off of them without having to buy their thing. Fun fact, back in Digby, our neighbor had a massive freaking radar dish, satellite dish, in his backyard. Like, this thing was huge. I never really got close to it until I was, you know, pretty old. But good lord. The thing had to be at least, like, freaking 20 feet tall. And was just big. Don't even know what it was for. It was just there. It never moved, it never did anything. It was kept relatively clear. When we moved out of Digby, the thing was still there, even though that neighbor had died and someone else owned the house at that point. But like, even if they like encrypt their their signal so that you need their dish to receive the the internet through the satellite. I could still very easily see Chinese manufacturers reverse engineering it and making a cheaper alternative. I don't off the top of my head, but there's a good chance I have actually seen it before and just don't know what it is by name. Their AI. I'm not gonna Google it at this moment. If I remember, I will Google it later. Yeah, the main thing with something like Starlink is it is never going to be better than my internet is. Because there's no possible way for satellite internet to be faster than fiber op. There just isn't. I do kind of wish more of the world would adopt fiber ops so that, so yes, I do know what it is. If you're referring to the philia you mentioned. That's what sisters are for, Anissa. It's more what siblings are for. God, I still remember getting whomped on the head with a very, very heavy metal pole. Wasn't even the hardest of whomps, but it frickin' hurt. Because it was a heavy metal pole. Ah, that sucks, Peter. I could not tell you how people discover they have that attraction, their AI. Presumably through falling down or watching someone fall downstairs. Which would make it very awkward if they were also the person to rush to them to help them. It's like, yes, ignore my raging boner, please. Like, could you imagine that? Like, you fall down some stairs, and the first person to rush up to help you just has, like, a raging boner. Like, that would be an experience. Alright, Peter. Have a good afternoon. Conversations I get into in this stream. I'm okay with that. Can't say my stream is for kids. Anyone that would try to argue my stream is for kids clearly hasn't watched my stream. Extra me's? Why would there be extra me's? I know you probably meant steps. And yeah, it kinda is. Quite literally. Oh, they had 2 disconnects. I didn't even notice. I would feel bad. Being pushed down the stairs does not seem fun. But I was also the type of kid that, like, I never even had the thought of, I want to go down the steps in a laundry basket. I never had that thought. So, like... pretty safe to assume I would not be into falling downstairs. I'm sorry, teammate. Scat is shit. Literally. In my opinion, people that have the fetish, it's as long as they're not hurting anybody. I may not understand it, but as long as they're not hurting anybody, except themselves, because they are hurting themselves, but that's fine, I guess. Their body, I suppose. Kind of falls into the same camp of masochism. People like it, that's fine, but I want them to love themselves a bit more. Ow. Sometimes. It's just in general not good. But as I mentioned, as long as they're not hurting anybody, I mean, that literally goes for my opinion on everything. As long as you're not hurting anybody, then I'm fine with it. Oh man, 8-Bit Drummer is streaming. 8-Bit Drummer's really cool. He starts his streams at like a really weird time. Like, he starts at 5:30 p.m. my time. So weird starting at half an hour. I say that literally having started at like a 20-minute interval, but like, you know, it's still weird. Pie in general is good. Well, most pies are good. Some pies are not very good. Pies that have way too much crust are not good. But that's purely because pie crust itself is terrible. I've legitimately wanted to try making, like, a good-tasting pie crust. Like, that is legitimately something I want to manage. Because, like, every pie crust recipe I've ever came across is basically the same. And they all just are bland. There's no real flavor to them. Yeah, because I'm guessing the idea is, oh, well, we're gonna completely fill this thing with, you know, stuff. You don't need the crust to taste good. Except you kind of do, because of the shape of a pie, you're almost always going to be left with a frickin' segment of nothing but crust. So the crust should taste good. It shouldn't taste like you're eating a dog biscuit. Honestly, dog biscuits should taste better than they do. Because, I mean, dogs need good food too. Ow. Thing is, even like cinnamon pie crusts I've found, there isn't enough cinnamon in them to actually give them much of a flavor. They'll have a bit of one, but it'll still be very comparatively bland. Ow. I mean, I'm thinking a probably not terrible idea for a pie crust would be to do up a pie crust like normal, but just add like 3 tablespoons of honey. That should give it a nice, just sweet, goes with everything type of flavor. Because cinnamon also doesn't go with everything. There are some things that cinnamon just should not go with. It just does not mesh well with them. What, Frisk? You ate your food. I've been in the process of teaching her not to bury her food. It is not easy, because she likes to try to bury her food. Okay, I guess she didn't actually eat all of it. She saved a bit and then came back for it. Honestly surprised with her salmon tonight. She loves salmon. I am out of coffee. Oh man, it's a queen bee. I mean, cinnamon can go on chicken. You just need to be doing a more sweet chicken. Like, the things that cinnamon really don't go with are more savory things. Sweeter things, cinnamon goes well. But if it's more savory, it really doesn't work too well. And sometimes the thing you're putting in your pie already has a lot of cinnamon in it, and now you've got too much cinnamon because the pie crust is also cinnamon. So, like, it would take very specific pies. But I could still see it maybe working. Hello, Itu Yuna. Hope I said your name right. Ow. Alright, Nautilus. Have a good afternoon. Stream itself will probably be ending in like 15 minutes-ish. I don't want to go much longer than this hour. I gotta eat. I was trying to catch it and get across that way. Dying is overrated. Glad you noticed. Ow. Hello, Frisk. What? Yeah, your ball's over there. You gotta bring it over here if you want me to throw it. Ow. Hey, no burying. Ow. I was avenged. Actually, I'll just do one more game and then I'll go, because I am really hungry. I can smell food. I need to eat. I have not ate yet today. In my defense, I just woke up like 2 hours ago. So like, it's not like I've gone that long without eating. But I am still hungry. And I will definitely be streaming again tomorrow. I am keeping myself to that. I will stream tomorrow. Don't know what yet, but I will do it. I mean, I can't eat currently. There's no food right here. I could eat the microphone, but it's a bit big. It wouldn't fit in my mouth. So, like... in the Galbe Arena. You know, I honestly wonder if this stage came about purely because of the training room in the first game, having the basketball hoop you could throw bombs through. I honestly can't believe I just got that kill. Poor sniper. All I can read of that is bye-bye. So I guess bye? I'm very confused. My ear is very itchy. Those are very unrelated things, but still, my ear is itchy. Probably some hair stuck in it. Ah, jeez. Yeah, that got really itchy. It was probably a hair in my ear. I'm gonna be making hot dogs. So there's probably a bit of chicken in there. Beaks and hooves. The beaks and feet. You know, get some pig ears and anuses going on. Cow hooves and you know. Now I want a chicken with hooves. Nah, chickens are dangerous enough. They don't need big hooves to kick you with. But yeah, that's gonna be the last game for today. It's close enough to the hour that I'm fairly comfortable just saying is the end. As I've mentioned a lot now, I will be streaming tomorrow. I am going to keep myself to that. Even if I'm friggin' Depresso Espresso tomorrow, I am going to stream. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I will accept your friend request, but I'm ending the stream. I apologize. So I will not be continuing to play at the moment. But I will accept this friend request. Because I may just do Splatoon tomorrow. Oh, I missed a friend request. Oh, I am dumb. I apologize, whoever sent that. I'll have a day. I can't guarantee it's nice, but I hope you all have nice days. Seeing that there, I need to do Kirby Clash again. Assuming it's even still running. Kirby Clash was neat. Communication error occurred. Beautiful. I just want to get to a screen where there's stuff going on. I can blip. There's a lot of numbers. Yeah, with that, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you here tomorrow for whatever I happen to stream. So, see you all then.